Alright, so here's the fucking deal, alright? I know I've lost a lot of shit. And, well, I do have a couple of good items left. It's really, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, it's really fucking annoying to get all these items back. And to be honest, since I recorded the footage for the video, I've actually, I don't know, I mean, it was a while ago. And I played in it for a bit thereafter, but something about it's just like, I've lost the excitement of it, you know? So I thought, as a sort of memento to the latest world that I've made, and a world that I probably should continue in because of all the time I've spent in it. Like, that took fucking forever, dude. Building out the framework, and the ceiling as well, I don't know if you can tell, is very well constructed. But I thought, as a memento, I would just go through it all as a sort of final stepping stone out of this world here. Go into shit a bit more in a bit more detail than in the video, obviously, because the video is just pictures of it, mostly anyway. But all right, well, this is the first thing I built when I believe I came from down there somewhere. The original spawn point is down there, and I found this place, and for some reason I like it when I can integrate what I do into like biomes and stuff. So I saw the water and I saw the mountains, and I imagined this bridge in my head immediately. I didn't really know what was going to happen there. I thought there was going to be a house there instead of a tree farm, but I'll get into that later. And so I thought, this is it, this is the place, I'm going to do it here. And so I built it by the river. Slightly different than most of the other cabins I've done. Same style, but the ceiling is dark and it's filled with lanterns instead. Not in the beginning, because obviously there weren't any lanterns in the beginning. Well, when I started this world at least. And I actually used to have a huge storage like wall over here that I eventually moved to a storage room because it just wasn't enough space. And as you might remember, Michael built this ginormous tree house over here. Down there's a mine shaft, nothing interesting, just where I got a bunch of the diamonds that I have now. But yeah, this is Michael's place. He spent a lot of time on it, which is nice because he didn't really spend a lot of time in the last world I made. So it's nice to see him putting in the shit, putting in the time for this one. Or it was nice anyway. Gonna have to start speaking about this fucking place in past tense now. And obviously these are all my dogs. This one is Mikael. He's the only one that's named, I think. I think Daisy is named. Mikael is a little joke with Michael because his name kind of sounded like Mikael, and I got it from a video that I think iDubbbz did with Vsauce, or someone did with Vsauce, and called him Michael, but put the Mikael tag above his head. So I thought, fuck it, that's funny. I have a friend named Michael, I'll just call him Mikael for the rest of my life. So that's what I do. And alright, and then underneath the house, I want to put a place for the nether portal, and I think in the last world I made, I'm just trying to remember, yeah, it was underground as well. I don't know, it's a fitting place for it, I think. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's supposed to be like, I think it was supposed to be a skull in the beginning, but now it's sort of like a helmet type of thing, with lava coming out the eye sockets, very edgy. This is where I keep secret stuff. That's where the end portal is, I think. I used to keep anything I wanted to keep away from people, I'd keep in there. And it's really annoying if you accidentally close this on your way out, because then this fucking, you have to break it down. I think I've got snowballs in here for ghasts and stuff. Let's check out the nether quick. Oh wait, no, it'll take me back up, because I've got 2 nether portals. There's one on the surface. So this is the enchantment table. It's just a quirky little design, I think. I like that. This leads back up to on top here. I like how I have like intertwining paths and stuff. I hate Fucking wandering traders, dude. I hate them. They never have anything good anyway. And this is, yeah, I like the winding paths and the signs and stuff. It's nice. Sort of when you're new, you know, to know where you're going. And this is the brewery here. It's not very big, but it gets the job done, you know. And down here, I've got a massive nether wart farm, which I guess I might as well pull this for the last time. If you pull this, it all floods out, and it should mostly compact in this spot and in the middle, but sometimes, most of the time, it goes on the sides, you know. But what can you do? Nothing's ever perfect. It gets rid of them, and I'm allowed to collect. I'm able to collect them. I should probably turn the water off before I go and get them, now that I think about it, but guess I didn't think that far. This, I think this was the first, like, big farm that I made up and didn't test it out in creative first. I was just like, fuck it, I don't have the time, I'm just going to set it up, do it, hope it works. It didn't for a while. I had to try a bunch of different methods, but in the end I got it to work, and I quite like it. I like the design as well, with the lanterns and the stained glass as well. The blue stained glass matches the little bit of blue in the water. But yeah, and then you take these nether warts up. There's a miniature version of... There's always a fucking zombie noise here, and Christ, I've dug around this area so much, and I cannot for the life of me find where it is. It's in some, like, very tiny compartment, and it's not this. This is where I keep water, and alright. It's not that, as I just demonstrated there. And I can't fucking find him for the life of me. Hear that shit? It's so annoying. Anyway, oh, there's some nice music for the background, eh? This leads up to the storage room, but I'll get back to that in a minute, because that's a bit further away from the main part, from the main cabin. So I might as well show you the nether, and then we'll be taken up on to the top when we come back in, next to Michael's treehouse. Oh shit, can't fucking... So this doesn't lead to much. It's just a safe way down. Clearly not very fucking safe anymore. There is a new nether update, which is part of the reason why... Oh, fuck. Don't. Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, that's some spice to the video. This is a bridge Michael was supposed to make, which went all the way to the end portal over there, but he never finished it because he ran out of this material right here. Didn't have enough, I think, netherrack, smelted netherrack, because that's a bit much of an effort, you know, if you think about it. But I was also... I had a feeling I'd never finish it, but there's this project in the end that I was working on. Sort of like I drew up a sketch for the first time in like years, because I used to draw sketches for the rooms and designs I had in my head. I think I mentioned that in the video. And I, for the first time, drew a sketch because it was quite an elaborate thing that I had in mind, but I never actually finished it. I just left it. You'll see just now. But before we get up to there, because that's where it is, you can see a bit of it hanging out over there. Down here is Michael's Enderman farm. And while Michael built the lovely Enderman farm over there, he made like a one fucking wide walkway, and then a 1 block wide walkway around it. And I felt that was very unsafe, because personally I have fell into the void and lost all my shit before, so I wanted to make sure that didn't happen, so I built this little snazzy pathway here, which I also think I showcased a bit in the video. this is the thing I was on about. So the idea was that this would sort of, you can see here's the groundwork for it, and then glass would have gone over it, and there would have been a sort of there would have been these 4 pillars of black holding up like flames and stuff, and there would just be like a hole, you know, and then it would lead to the portal over there, and then this would go down to hold the dragon egg, like a room that held the dragon egg. But as I said, had a feeling I'd never finish it, and it looks like I'm not going to, which I'm not exactly disappointed about. It was a big effort. There's a part in the video where the music's sort of building up, and I went through the reactions of some YouTubers, and what I'm doing now reminds me of the fact that there was a clip from Jay Schlatt's VOD, which is like an unedited Twitch stream basically. There was a clip from there of him, and not a clip, like a whole broadcast of him going through his first world, and there was a clip from that broadcast that I wanted to use really badly, but the unofficial VOD channel got deleted, and he hasn't uploaded it and probably won't on the official VOD channel, so it's lost. And I ended up just using an original clip from his tribute to Minecraft, which is fine because that's part of what inspired me to make the video anyway. So bell. This here is the watchtower, and you can go up onto the top. Gives a pretty nice view of everything. That's under that house is where we just came out of, and that's the ender portal I was talking about, that we would come out of had we gone back out the nether. I just realized, but it's fine. We can carry on the tour from from this tower here. And this was one of the very first things I built because I wanted to expand my sort of territory after I made that house, and Michael's treehouse. I wanted to expand it this way up onto the mountain, so I built this mountain pass leading to here, and then I knew afterwards I would fill in the rest, which I did. And this leads out onto a cabin that I made just because, I don't know, I wanted to mess around with, because this is a snowy region, so I wanted to mess around with the dark wood and the snow. I don't think it looks fantastic, but it definitely looks homey. I like it, and it gives a nice view of this part of the world. Got the on the hold on, let me give a slow pan. Fuck, I can't, it won't go slowly. I'm trying really hard. So we got the villagers down there on the left, and then the stables down there, which I'll show you just now. And then Finn, the fucking pan failed, I give up. Finn, a friend of mine, Finn, built, or attempted to build that mansion of a house, and obviously being Finn, he never completed it, and he also chopped down all the trees around it, so I had to replant some. If you couldn't tell, those were man-made. Then that's a lighthouse down there, which was, again, one of the first things I built to extend my sort of territory. I don't know, I have this need to expand. A colonizer at heart, eh? That's a joke, by the way. It's a joke. It's a joke. This is Josh's house. You might have seen him in a couple Dark Souls videos. I gotta say, if he's watching this, that's fine by me. I'm not a fan, not a huge fan, and I'm not a huge fan of Michael's additions to try and make it better either, but to be fair, he was working with a pretty interesting template to start with. But this is fun. Hold on, I'll show you this. Hold on, check this out. So it goes down here. It's a bit of a mess because he used to have a spiral staircase, but Michael decided that if he wanted to fix it up, he wanted to replace it with one of these, because this just came into the game, and so I wanted to put it somewhere, and he suggested this, and I think it works as well as anything can work in this house. Sorry, Josh, I'm thrashing you here. And then up here is leads to a tree, I think, that Josh made. and we'll get out into the platforms there just now. Up here is a sort of manual outside path to either his house, or you have to go up this way, or you can go around down this way to the villages. And fuck it, why not? Let's go through this part of the world. It's a nice little pathway I've made here. I like the again, this was relatively new, breaking down the soil, so I decided to introduce that intensely somewhere and just made it a pathway of its own to the village. By village, I mean 2 houses. Theoretically, there would have been more, and there would have been more colors as well. But I'm quite proud of this. It's not that major, but it's basically two villagers are living in there. They've got an animal apparently, and they do their farming if they need to, and if they have a different specified, you can't see because of this cunt, but they have a different specified purpose. Job? If they have a different specified job, then you'll see in this one. Oh, sorry, my bad. And this is why you always carry around a hoe. I think mine fell in the end, but anyway, you'll see that I added looms and stuff in. If I wanted them to be a certain profession. Clearly I didn't need any farmers. I've got quite enough food as it is, as you'll see later on when I flex my chicken farm. I like this pathway too. Oh, I can't remember where it is. I like this pathway too. It leads down to the stable, and the stable has 4 exits coming from every side. But let's go to the front one, because the front one looks best, I think. This I did build in creative to start with, because it's terrifyingly complicated. Not really, but it looks terrifyingly complicated, and I like that. I like the design of that. So, yeah, trying to remember how I built it was difficult if I hadn't already rebuilt it twice, which I ended up doing in creative. Hello, it's Stuart from like 2 hours from when this was made. Just to say that when I was saying that I built it in creative, I didn't build it here in creative. I have like a world where I test shit out. So just to be clear, I didn't go into creative mode on my fully survival world and then build this. So yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna have made it this far into the mostly unedited video though, so I don't think I have to stress. Anyway, back to the video then. But it's probably the build that took the longest out of everything in this world, just because of the fact of like the tiny complicated additions that I wanted to put in, and didn't want to forget. Just like this entrance over here took forever to get it exactly how I had pictured it in the creative world. Eventually I just took artistic license with the rest of it, because in the end it wasn't a full circle. Like, it went into a mountain and into another mountain. In fact, this pathway right here was the only part with a mountain on this side, like a hill was right over there. Everything else, these parts, nothing. But as you can see, it goes out all 4 ways. I keep llamas in here, I keep horses. I've got a skeleton horse here. It's pretty nice. I've got my 2 main boys here. And it goes out somewhere here. Oh no, I don't think it goes out purposefully. I think I just climb over sometimes, because I like specifically this side of the building. I don't know why, it just looks very aesthetically pleasing to me. Oh no, this is where my first horse died. Oh, I buried him by the stable. That's why I felt the urge to come here. I didn't really know why I was coming here, other than for the aesthetic. Very nice window, very great view, I think. But I'm assuming he had diamond armor, and he died in a boat. Or maybe I just took him on a lot of fishing trips. I don't know. I think he died in a boat. I think I was trying to hit the boat and I hit him, and then it was downhill from there. This here used to be glitched, so these 2 blocks of water just stopped right here. I don't know why I broke it. Maybe Finn did. Who knows? Speaking of which, there's the actual exit. I never made a bridge over because I felt that if he wanted to make a bridge over, he could do that. There's already a bridge I made over there. You know, it's his turn. But I guess he'll never get the chance. This is the shit you do when you're in quarantine. Go through your entire old world for the sake of a YouTube video. Only in this time frame do you have, I mean, in this period of history, do you have the time to do that. But the idea was that this staircase here would go up and there would be a second layer, a second floor. Yeah, that's some nice music in the background there. But I think that's Dry Hands. He never got around to it. For whatever reason, didn't have the time to join in as much as he thought he did when he began this. But it's a nice sort of cinematic look that I used for the video. I think it was this shot, something like this. Because, you know, dilapidated buildings are always good cinematic shots. And then over here is the lighthouse. And I quite like this path that I made. Even though animals end up jumping against it for some reason. I don't know if they fixed that. It looks like they fixed it. Unless he wants to leave and he just thought. But animals used to come up against this and go like this. Just over and over and over. And it was kind of funny for the first little while. And then it just became really annoying having to go down this path every time I wanted to go exploring from here, from where the boats were kept. Seeing this fucking dance parade all the way down the pathway, but looks like they patched that, so. But let's go into the lighthouse quickly. I mean, I don't mind the lighthouse, but I feel like the bulb is a bit too small for my liking these days. Like if I were to rebuild it, I think I make the bulb a bit bigger, because that is the sort of point of a lighthouse. But it's nice nonetheless. As the sun sets, this lightens up. It looks pretty nice in the nighttime. But as I said, it's a bit small. If you want, one can sleep here before they set out on their adventure if they want it to be at daytime. That sun went down quickly, Jesus. And over here, I remember I did a lot of, when I wanted to get CDs, which I did get a lot of for building. Like I played a bunch of CDs when building that stable over there. And when I wanted to get CDs, I would, hello skeleton, when I wanted to get CDs, I would set up this trap here. I think I can do it now, actually. So the skeleton will follow me. No, he's in the water. He's pretty chill, I think. Yeah, he's pretty chill. Let me get the creeper then first. Let me get the creeper. Psst, 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 motherfucker. He's always the worst one to get first, actually. Oh shit. Oh shit. No. This would happen a lot. This would happen a lot. There we fucking go, motherfucker. And now our skeleton's out, so we can bring him in. Just don't go too fucking close to that creeper. Oh man. Okay. Come on, bitch. Come over here. And I'm gonna sprint over there, and then he's gonna walk right into my trap. Come on. Yep, there you are. There you are. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, boy. No, his helmet's stopping him. Oh, that's meant for the creeper because... Oh, it's fine. I can just stand here. Yeah, I'll just stand here. I totally fucked that up. I forgot that there were actually specific places they were meant to go. He's not heading the creeper. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's see what CD drops from this. I hope the fucking creeper doesn't jump out. That would be very awkward. Because that's why the slabs are at different heights. Can't believe I did this like 10 times. And it would always end up exploding. And I'd have to rebuild it. It's not a very complicated contraption, but it was still annoying nonetheless. Alright, now I gotta get rid of this fucking skeleton. Look at his golden armored fucking outfit. Let's see what we got. What is that? Is that like... It's not Stel, it's like... oh, Strad. I remember Strad being alright. We can listen to it. We can listen to it when we get back. I hope they patch that update that... Because sometimes I would play CDs and then the Minecraft music would fade in. So I'd have to turn that off and it was quite annoying. Mildly infuriating. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. See, I used to have boots that would make me go like at the speed of light through this ocean. Which is... Oh, fuck. Which is another reason that I'm leaving this behind. I lost a lot of shit. It's quite annoying. And I could spend the time regaining it, but honestly I think I'd have more fun starting up a new world. Anyway, so I thought why not. A few things keeping me from doing that though were, one, the spawn I got was right next to a mob grinder or a skeleton like a skeleton fuck, you know what I'm talking about, like one of the dungeons that has a skeleton spawner. There we go. It was right next to a skeleton spawner. I'll show you that just now. And unfortunately I don't think I'll get that lucky the next time around. So now this sort of goes into a windy pathway. Because you've seen the tower, I'll show you this area first. So this goes up to the tower, through there, and down here, that's Josh's house, cabin, etc. You've seen all this stuff. This is the entrance, which also I quite like, to the stable and down to the village eventually. This is the tavern, which is, I think I built it right after I built the, the tower, because I wanted to give something underneath it here a purpose. Ironically, this is the building with the least purpose in the entire world. It's just no point. There's no point to it. It's nice. I sort of like the look of it, but it serves no purpose other than a room, possibly to be used one day. But now I know that it won't be. But yeah, the tavern. I was supposed to light this area up better so that mobs wouldn't just randomly spawn, but it seems that I didn't do a great job. This is where they would always spawn in, so... yeah. This tree over here has a nice sort of history. Out of everything in the world, or the expansion of my like terrain here, I always destroyed the trees to make room for shit, or most of the time anyway, or cut into them. But this is the only tree that has been untouched, despite the fact that it's right in the middle, right in the middle of everything, since the start of the world. And up here, hold on, let me just see if that's a conduit. That holds the conduit. We'll get to that in a minute. Up here is the old tree farm, which was very simple. You cut those down, get the wood. If any saplings dropped in, water would bring them down into this, oh look at that, into this, into these chests. And this would hold saplings, and it still does hold a few. But as you can probably tell, I haven't used this in a while because I got the new and efficient tree farm that I made up here, that I made up here, which I quite like. So check this out, right? You get a sapling. That is a required element. You get a sapling here. You just keep it in your hotbar. You plop it in there. You plop it in there, and then you just bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. You don't. I'm pretty sure I haven't done this in a very long time. But I think you can just hold that down, and then it it just does it automatically, and then you can get rid of it once it's up. But the really cool thing about this is you can cut this down, and then obviously, what am I going to do? I can't fall into that hole. Oh, but where'd it go? Bam! Minecart leads to dispensers, comes out here, the leftovers. I think it's pretty cool. And then here is, this is a pathway down to the cabin, and also a pathway to Ethan's house, but we'll get to that in a minute. He's a friend of mine from primary school. This is Lookout Point. There's an unfinished pathway over there, which we'll get to, and there's Michael's house, my house. Yeah, we'll get to the rest of that just now. Let me just put these back. Alright, so let's go back under for a moment into this mine shaft. Ow. And here is the automated farm system that I've had in my world since the second main world, I think. Basically, the idea is that you pull this down, water will flow through. This is also where I came up, I mean, with the same sort of concept. I came up with the netherwart farm, except it's a bit more efficient than the netherwart farm. This all comes down, slides into except for that fucking corner, annoying, but anyway, slides into this, which slides into a dispenser, which slides into this chest, and it fills up there. And then once that's done, turn that off, you take some of the seeds and you replant them and pick up any leftovers if there are. But as opposed to the second main world, which only had one of these farms, I have 3 in this one, just because efficiency's sake. And that's why you always bring a hoe with you. Oh, but yeah, I always did this. I would always not have a hoe on me, and then try and do the farm. Back when I used this as my main food source, try and like replant shit, and there'd always be that one corner that just went to a normal dirt block. So I eventually just made a chest of hoes, so that when also other people wanted to come in and use it, they didn't have an excuse for leaving spots open. So that's for carrots, and this is for potatoes here, which I ran out of at one point, and I had to go very far and wide to find potatoes that would be planted here. This leads to a cave system and a bit of redstone up there, which is obviously powering the farm. And through here we can get to the redstone, but we can also get up and out. We can either go down and out, down to there, or we can go back up to the tree farm, as you can see over there. But we'll go down because we've been everywhere else up there. This used to be hold on, I just remembered that used to be a lot faster, and then Update Aquatic made that super slow, which is one of my like pet peeves, is that water towers don't work well anymore because of the Update Aquatic. But it's fine, because fuck it, you can just jump. And I used to have feather falling boots before I got exploded by the wither. This is, I think, did I name him? Pretty sure I named him Charles. I don't remember, but he got stuck in there, so that's where he lives now. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot Rev. I forgot about Riv. Riv? I think it's Riv. Hold on. I gotta go find him. Everything stops when you remember Riv. Oh, and I also forgot to show you the conduit. So basically it's just like a block of water in there, and you can see the conduit sort of, it functions in there, and so this whole area I get underwater breathing abilities, which isn't really that helpful, but I just like the look of it. I think this is the latest thing I've started and finished building. That pathway I'm still technically busy with. Let's not go to the storage room just yet. I just want to say hi to Rev, or Riv. I cannot remember for the life of me what his actual name is. This annoying update also made it so that you can't see the names of them until you go right onto them like this. It's Riv. And Riv, he spawned there, and he stayed there forever, like ages. He just didn't despawn. That would be his fucking spawn point every time, or he just stayed there, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was so active in this area at the time. But eventually I thought, what the hell, he's such a important part of this area, I might as well make sure he stays there. So gave him a name tag. And then in here is the storage room, updated and all. And that goes down to the Netherwart farm, like I was talking about earlier. And these are all assorted into chests. Cup of coffee now. Should rejuvenate my spirits a bit. Explaining your entire life history in a Minecraft world takes more out of you than you'd think. This is the storage room, and down here is a sub-storage room that would be filled up a lot. You can see the attempt there already. And then I think that's bones. At some point there's redstone too, I got a lot of that. But it was overflowing a bit, so I decided to just make a sub-room here. And this is where this set of armor I'm currently wearing would go. But obviously I'm fucking wearing it because I lost my armor in the Wither fight. At least I got my final battle recorded. It's gonna take 4 worlds. I mean, technically speaking, I don't think the Wither existed when I created the first, but it's gonna take 4 worlds or more. If I don't do it in the next one, which I doubt, I'll probably do it in the next one. It's going to take 4 worlds or more to defeat the Wither now. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it's kind of pathetic. But I'm sure I'll just take a less cinematic attempt on it and just destroy the motherfucker underground, or maybe under the fuck. That's a good idea. There's bedrock in the end under the portal, so I can just spawn them under there, and I'll fuck with them from there. Anyway, that's for a 4th world, I suppose. Where was I going? I was coming back from this side of things here. Down here, this is a project that is only second to the stable in length of time that it took to make. Let's fucking tell you that right now. And this chicken I'm eating comes from a farm that's down here that Michael very gracefully made for me, which is a chicken farm. Just think of it as like small chickens grow into big chickens, and then they burn, and then they fall down here. It's basically how it works. I don't really feel like explaining the logistics, and honestly, I don't really know it. I wonder if this... No, it doesn't really work. I try to make my own mushroom farm, but it's very, very, very slow. And this is for cocoa beans, if you couldn't tell. This I'm quite proud of. This I made. Basically, the sugarcane here grows to a certain height, being 3, when that observer detects it, and the piston pushes it out, and it falls into this stream, which leads to this chest. This way I was able to get it's actually very efficient, and even more efficient with bamboo, which I obviously use the same method with. And over here is a vine farm. Basically, it's not very complicated. Step on here. Shears, thank you. Just went into my fucking inventory for some reason. And then you shear it, whatever, you're done. Throw it back in there. Put the vines in there, bingo bongo. The bamboo's a bit ineffective because it is planted in weird parts, but whatever. It still works. Definitely still works, my god. What? Christ almighty. It's almost full. Well, at least I don't have to worry about adding another chest to that contraption. Now this here is golden baby zombie on a pig, and I'm hoping to the Lord above that it's still here. No, where did the golden baby zombie go? Oh, this was like there's no point in having a pig stuck in here. No, I just feel bad. For as long as I can remember, there's always been a golden baby zombie riding on it, and I thought it was that situation, and it took forever to cage him in here. Definitely didn't use this in the beginning. I used cobblestone, whatever I had on me. and he stayed here for quite a while. But this hole, by the way, is what took forever to make. But you know what? It's now that it's just a pig, I gotta be real. I feel bad. It's the end of an era. It's the end of a world. Might as well release this pig while the world is still functioning, eh? Hopefully he doesn't get too traumatized by all the burnt chicken in that chest over there. You're free to go. You don't have to stand there anymore. Whatever. He's grown comfortable with his position in the corner. Doesn't surprise me at all. He's been there for years. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the only thing he knows now and remembers. The ceiling is what took forever, mostly because it's just like annoyingly not out of reach, but like you have to be right underneath it to mine it. It was a very irritating project, and in the end I didn't really utilize the space anyway, so could have done without it, but what the hell. There it is. Let's listen to Strad before we go on. I've totally forgotten what this song sounds like. Plus this Minecraft song has just ended, so maybe we won't get interrupted this time. Oh yeah, of course. I don't. Oh shit! I almost dropped my coffee. Dum 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 dum. I think I used this in the video. I'm just checking. I did. Yeah, this was the second song after the intro. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice song. We'll leave that playing in this house. I think all the other music discs are here. Yeah, there they are. Far is by far, no pun intended, actually pun like 100% intended, is by far my favorite. So I'll just play that quickly. I already have Strad there, so just drop that down. Or can you stack them? No, you can't. Alright. Fucking love Far. Anyway, we'll leave that playing in the background for as long as it can hold on. This is the house of Andre, or Arrive Lower, and he's never appeared in a video or anything, but he's really been like a huge help. Well, definitely in the ages of my last channel, he helped a ton with intros and editing and stuff. It was a huge help in my progress along YouTube in the first like 4 or 5 years, and now it's been 2020. It's coming up on 7 years in August. It's crazy. Anyway, can't thank him enough for it, except for putting him in the credits of growing up with Minecraft. And then we also obviously already, that just went with Far and just went with the song. And this I'm kind of sad about. Let me get into the treehouse to show you what I mean. That pathway leads to the beach, and on my phone I have a list of things I wanted to do in this world, and for as long as I could remember, I wanted to put, sorry Michael, I wanted to put a mansion, or like maybe a village setup, I don't know, something on that mound over there, which seemed so perfectly placed for like a big house to be on it or something. And I just never got around to it. And I won't be now either. But, you know, some things you don't get around to, some things you do. For example, never got around to finishing all this square of map. We tried pretty damn hard though. We gave the fucking world a run for its money, but in the end it was too big for us. By us I mean me and Michael, because he did, I think, 1.5, maybe 2 maps of exploring on there. Oh, this is a mistake on your part, dude. You've got about 15 seconds before you die by natural causes. I'm not worried. Yeah. Go on. Go on then. Kill me, murder me, destroy me. Remember when they used to set you on fire when they hit you? Do they still do that? Maybe it's because I'm wearing armor. Oh, Guess we'll never know. I fucking hate llamas. Animal Farm, all equal. That's a little Animal Farm reference right there. But yeah, obviously this is an animal farm. I don't know why they always crowd in this corner. Some sort of fucking party happening here. Nope, who knows. I don't really use this either. Since the chicken farm, I've really had no use for any other source of food, so these guys just get to live happily in a little rectangle there. So this goes to Max's house and Aaron's house. And fucking zombie just died. Here is Max's house. I was honest with Josh's house. I'll be honest with this one. I don't really like it. I think these are out of place. And it still connects to the surface a bit over there. And this is a bit odd looking with the cobblestone. Maybe if you filled it in, it would look nicer. And this is the wither rose. I decided to put it here. I'm not sure why, but it sits at the back here. Maybe it's because I was trying to hide it from Michael. You can't really see it when you come in. And then this is Erin's house. Yeah, she has a nice sense of decor. There's a kitchen in the back here, I think. Yeah. I always stole shit when I ran out of stuff, like iron. I think she had a lot of iron at the time. And if I had lost my diamond axe, I probably would have come and grabbed that one. This looks fucking stupid though, I'll be real. But, you know, I don't think it was finished. Much like other things in this world. But yeah, like I said, that would have gone down to a very nice place. Very nice mansion house, had I fucking gone through the effort. But I didn't. And here is Ethan's house, and if you remember in the credits of the video, Ethan was credited as for always being there in the beginning of something new, and that's because anytime I started up a new world save or something, coincidentally he would always come over, like just by coincidence, and I'd be like, oh, do you want to play a bit? And he's like, yeah, sure. And so he built this little castle in the side of the wall, which I quite like. It's homey. And these chests go up to the second floor, which gives it a sense of connection. This chicken has been here forever, and let me tell you, this would be very poetic if it happened this time. Every single time I come here, which is more often than you would think, every single time I come up here, I pick up an egg that this chicken has laid, and I throw it onto the ground and hope to give it company. And it never, ever works. Like, this poor chicken has been alone this whole time, basically since Ethan's house was built. But it would be really nice, I think, and poetic if on the last run through, he got a friend. Some things are just not destined to be, my man. Like you getting a friend around here. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. What am I saying? Let me get him an egg. Let me just show you this first. This goes into this sort of mine area, which I think he explored on his own. There was some iron here probably. But I decided it's so close by, why not? Connected it to this staircase that goes up from the tree farm. Let me get that boy an egg. Feel bad. I want to leave him with some company before I log off for a very long time. Where is it? Plant? Is it in food? I feel like it's in food. That's very awkward for the chicken. But yeah, it's in food. There we go. It's probably the last encapsulated chicken, like technically encapsulated, even though it encapsulated himself. It's probably the last encapsulated chicken that isn't being destined to burn to death. But it might be destined to be alone. If none of these 5 eggs crack open with some company for this guy, I think it's destined to be honest. There we go. Can we get you any more company? Nope. You were only lucky 1 in like 10 fucking thousand. Jesus. But I'm glad we got a friend now. It's sweet. Alright, well, I'll leave you to it. This is the last time I'll be opening that trapdoor. Probably not the last, but definitely the last for a while. And I'll see you guys in a bit. By bit, I mean like 10 years. I don't know. I don't know when I'll be back. Who knows? Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Doubt it. This is a pathway that I was supposed to finish building a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but like a while ago. A long time ago in time's sake, but not a long time ago in this context of this world specifically. But it just, God, it was so much effort. It was the same thing with the stable, except I didn't have the commitment I did with the stable to get this thing to go. I had a creative world with it. There was like black stained glass in the sea. It looked really cool. I liked it. And it was sort of this pattern repeated all the way. But eventually I got tired. By eventually, I mean after 2 fucking panels, apparently. And I never made the pathway. And this pathway was supposed to lead to the mob grinder I was on about earlier. And the finding of this mob grinder was such an absolute coincidence that it scares me, because I probably would have gone and found a spawner all the way somewhere far in the distance if I hadn't found this one. This didn't used to be sort of a big opening. It used to be all closed except for one block over here, which coincidentally led to a cave system, which I think should still be here. Oh shit, nope, that's just redstone. Yeah, there it is. So that's the rest of the cave there. This is quite snazzy, I like this. It's just a little... It's supposed to look like teeth, but I don't think I ever got it to look like teeth. But Michael did most of the logistics part. I was busy with towers and taverns and lighthouses. And this cave just happened to connect to what? I think I have to. Just happened to connect to this mob grinder over here, this dungeon, and it was just an absolute coincidence, and it was so close by. I was like ecstatic. I don't know why this nether portal is here. It really isn't that far to walk, and it's a one-way trip to go back. You can't get here from there, obviously, because it connects to the same portal. But I used this for a lot of XP. A lot of XP farming went down into here, and it's supposed to be automatic to come up into these chests, but these just got filled up so quickly, and they still do get filled up quickly, and so the system's quite backed up and doesn't really work anymore, but I guess it doesn't need to. Doesn't have to be overloaded now, and these skeletons can finally live in peace. Huh? Anyway, this used to not let any light in, these stairs, but whatever. All things must pass. Thank you, George Harrison, for that. Let's go back to the main section, I think, to end this off. And then you just come out here. Hello. There we go. And then you just go right back in. There we go. Alright, home sweet fucking home. Oh shit, clearly not very sweet, but anyway. I think a fitting place technically would be to end it off in this cabin, but let's take one last look at the watchtower, eh? From the watchtower, I mean. Not at it. That would just be... I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if I ended off on that, but... yeah. Long time I spent on this. I think I started it up in 2017, 2016, I don't know. I said it in the video, so, or maybe it was 2018, I think. So I guess it's not that long, but 2 years, and a lot of time spent on this. Let's get one last good look at it, eh? Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding. Some nice music in the background to accompany us. Yeah, wow. The end of an era. funny, I have like this list on my phone of all the shit that I was going to add to this world, and most likely it'll never get done now. Like that pathway I'll never finish, or a pathway through the valley out to the sea. That I'll never get done now. Wanted to colonize that mountain range over there eventually, but what the hell, you know? I remember lining this with lanterns so that it could look like a cool exit point for the world. Trying to ruin the end of my time, huh? You have to fuck me over once more, Phantom, don't you? Don't you just? Of course it does. These things were annoying when they were introduced because I did a lot of exploring for the maps. So they would always attack me. But they were nice to fix my elytras from anyway. Well, there's my cabin in the distance. We'll get a good shot of that, I think. But this is it. To the mansion that was never built on the other side, and to everything that was. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. I can't have one peaceful ending, can I know. There's a good way to fix this, I think. Let's take one last flight. Goodbye, Mikkel. Goodbye to all these dogs that'll very sadly be waiting for me. That's alright. I'm sure they're used to it by the long hiatuses I take from playing on this world by now. Odds are I'm probably not going to be able to sleep because of that spider, but guess I made an exception. I can hear it dying, that fucking phantom. Alright. Goodbye, Mikkel. Goodbye, all of you. Goodbye to this house and this world. And here's to the start of a new one, eh? Yeah.